Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to today's live. I hope you're all doing well. Let me just adjust my camera. It's gone skew with. There we go. Play ball. There we go. How's everyone doing? Sorry I'm a bit late. A few technical issues getting started, but we're all good now. I hope everyone is doing well. How's everyone's week been? But thank you for joining me today, and this is a Valentine's Day special, which is obviously tomorrow. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you celebrate, if you've got any plans, what your hopes are, what your thoughts are. But today isn't just about romantic love, so it is about love in all its forms. So with regards to, it can be about partners, but friends, family, matters of the heart is what we'll be focusing on. Or if you're single and looking at new love coming in, so what the future might hold there. As always, if you would like to be considered for a reading, just click the link in the pinned comment. All the info is in the form. And just submit your light number, name and your question. As I'm an energy reader, I connect to your energy, to the people in your situation. So please do provide context, background. You know, if you're wanting to know about a particular person, let me know about, is it a situationship, is it an ex, are we in no contact, etc. What this allows me to do is connect to your energy and provide a meaningful reading for you. I don't do yes no questions, general or timeline, so bear that in mind. And feel free to resubmit your question with this, bearing this in mind. If you've already submitted and it's not and you'd like to add more detail, just submit your question again. But let's get into it. Center, everyone, take a deep breath, center your energy, be present in this moment and be open to the messages that Spirit has for us today. Love and light, let's get into it. Hey Geeta, hey Sruthi, hey Danny baby, Anitha, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or Anita, Nimira, Sruthi I've seen, Tia, Kamal, Samreen, anyone I missed, but let's get into it. Thank you, Geeta, for moderating. So first up, Geeta, you are on the first up on the list. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, so I am using the Gypsy Fair Tarot deck combination today, and I've got some oracle decks here, okay? So I have my romantic love oracle deck, but if it's something like family, friends, relationship, I'm using my Crow oracle deck. So I'll pull one of those, maybe more if needed. But Geeta is first. So yeah, please, when submitting your question, bear in mind, you know, it is a Valentine's Day special. So we are looking at love. Like I say, it doesn't have to be necessarily romantic love, but it is love focused. So please bear that in mind. So Geeta asks, for my guidance for my love life, please. Recently, I feel heartbroken. I'm sorry, Geeta. I know that you have been struggling with the Prem connection. I'm assuming that's where that heartbreak's coming from. Guidance for me about my love life. Spirit, please bring through some guidance for Geeta. Given the context that she's feeling heartbroken right now. Two of Wands. There is still a connection here. This is a 2. Whenever we see a 2, spiritual connection, you know, in the context of, say, a love connection, this is a soul bond. Now, 2 of Wands is about we're still looking to the future. We're not where we want to be, which is understandable, okay? But this is a card about holding that vision, Gita, and not giving up on what it is that you truly want. The 2 is a really encouraging sign to say that your person, your soul connection is, is out there. If you, depending on, you may have a particular person in mind, Prem, but if not them, then someone better. We have to leave that door open for spirit to allow to bring this person to us. So when we're manifesting in love, if you're trying to manifest a specific person, I think that's fine. Some manifestors don't think that's a good idea. But what I would say is if you're manifesting a specific person, that's fine, because that's where your heart and passion lies. But also say to the universe, if not them, someone better. Just to leave that door open, because and understand that this is a co-collaboration with the universe. And this is, to me, the 2 of Wands is about setting your intention, looking to the future, holding that vision of what you want, being passionate, not settling. 2 of Wands is about our heart's desires, passion. But 2 of Wands is kind of not so much of an action card. I feel like it's more about the energy that you're putting out, the message that you're putting out into the universe, your manifestation practice, all of that good stuff. This person is quite still. If you can see, they are kind of still, and they are waiting, and they are just putting the vision out there. There's not, I feel like the universe spirit isn't saying that, it could bring the message through, we need to get out there more. We need to put ourselves out more. For this, it's more about the energetic signature that we're putting out there. I'm going to pull a love oracle card for you as well. I swear to God, this camera is slipping around today. It's annoying me. It's slowly drifting that way. Love oracle card for Gita, please, about whatever she needs to hear. Ooh, avoid manipulation. So there is a warning card here. It says, do not use manipulation, deception, or emotional games to influence someone's love. It is important to build relationships based on genuine feelings. So tell what resonates with this. If it's either something that's tempting to do for you, or if it's something that maybe not, can read it the other way as well, that not to protect your energy against manipulation from others. So take how that lands, it says, just that bit that jumped out to me, it's important to build relationships based on genuine feelings. And this connects to this in the sense of holding out and holding the vision for what you truly want. And this is a card of hope, like I say, because it is a 2. So I feel like it's saying your person, your connection is there, or this person is energetically will come into your field and meet your vision. Okay. I'll leave it there. I hope that resonated. It is hard waiting. I get that. Oh, hold on. So Philia, you are next. I'm just going to post your question. Gita says, yes, darling, I need protecting my energy. Okay, so Philia, this is for you. What does Eric exactly want from me and our connection? Okay, let's see what his intentions are. Obviously, we know this is a complicated situation. I mean, from the last readings video, what we must remember what we've been told so far from spirit, okay, and really take it in, believe it, absorb it, is that Eric wants a connection with you. There was some hesitation there, yeah, because of the complicated situation. So I know that we had if I remember rightly, the Knight of Cups, which was a love offering. So just bear that in mind when asking questions with a connection. It's okay to revisit this, but we must respect the messages from spirit and from tarot and hear what, not to keep asking the same question over and over again. We need to believe when spirit speaks to us. We need to believe it and take it in. But let's see if there's anything else that spirit wants us to know about Eric's feelings. But I know from all the readings from Eric that it's been a love offering, really. And here we go, King of Cups again. Believe this video, okay? This is King of Cups is about love, emotions, connections. They are having an emotional deep dive. The King of Cups is someone who feels deeply. It has emotional intelligence. They may present to be quite quiet, to be quite reserved, introverted even, but they are open really to being emotional, to being in love, to wanting a connection. This has sent them on a deep dive, their connection with you. They've consistently shown up with having loving romantic feelings. But as we know, that's not the whole picture. That's not the full story. So I want you to really believe and take in this message, and then really enables you to kind of, what do you want to do with that information? Is there anything that you can do? Is there anything where this connection can go? Maybe the answer to that is no, for now, and that's okay. But I want you to really believe that their feelings for you are here, because they have consistently shown up. Let's pull a love oracle card for you. Trust. Oh my God. There we go. Look, let me just, my cat's trying to get in. Bear with me. So the oracle cards here, doubling down. Trust is the cornerstone of your love. Knowing you can count on each other in good times and bad. But I think this is just reiterating, you need to trust the connection. You need to believe the connection. Start there, really absorb that information and lean into it. And then where does that leave you? How does that inform your next steps? But look at this bond, this connection. It is real. You just need to believe it. Okay. Hey, Samreen. What do you mean, sorry? This is the reason why I missed some of your lives? Is that because I mean that you were just tell me what you mean by that. So Samreen, I know that your question, I don't know if you want to save that for another live session, because we're obviously focusing on love. So if you want to resubmit your question to focus on love, etc. I see what you mean, Samreen. Stop checking energy on the same situation over and over again. Yeah. Exactly. So Hey Nat Nat, I'm glad you could make it. Oh, something is going crazy with my, there we go. So I'll read for Shruti, my love. So Shruti asks, what is coming towards me in love and relationships? So just to check if there's anyone particularly on your mind, Shruti, or if you're single, and then we're just looking to the future of who or what is coming through. No problem, Samreen. Tell me a little bit, Samreen, for, well, if you want, when I come to read for you, just a little bit where we're at now with your partner, okay? But this is for Shruti, who is single and looking at what is coming next in love. Oh, there we go, cards are jumping. 8 of Wands, movement, change, fireworks. One, again, you're at Shruti and her Wands era. So change is coming, movement is coming, and when it does come, it will move fast. Can you tell me more about this person, Spirit, or how that would look? Juggling, getting busy, energy again picking up. 2 of Pentacles. I'm wondering if this is because it can be, because it's Pentacles, it's about the 3D, the world. So it could be that you could meet someone through work or through some kind of activities in a way. It feels like that's where you may cross paths with someone, because this is you and this is you kind of getting busier. I think feeling more fulfilled. I know you did mention like a change of job, so it could be that kind of energy. It feels like even though you've got, with the 2 of Pentacles, even though you've got a lot on your plate, it feels energetic though. It feels like you're in a happier place. And with that movement and change, I feel like that this will put you in a better position to meet somewhere, because your energy will be high, you'll be feeling more positive, and also maybe mixing with new people and crossing paths with people. So I feel like these 2 things are very much connected. So that if you felt like things have been stagnant, if you felt stuck, if you felt isolated, then this energy is really switching it up, which is changing, like I say, your Wands era. And I know that the spirit guides have been advising you to lean into your Queen of Wands energy and be more selfish and be more direct. And this feels like a continuation of that. Things picking up, things being more open and expansive and busy, but in a nice way, in a fulfilling way. Let's pull an oracle card as well. Oh. Shruti says 2026 readings for me will have wands in everyone. Yeah. Being direct has actually been helpful. Awesome. Yep. Speaking out, speaking up. I feel like this is only going to intensify as the year goes on. You know, I'm doing a Chinese New Year special on Monday in anticipation for the Fire Horse, so do join me. That'll be on Monday. Let's have a look at your oracle cards, Ruthie. Ooh, nice. Stay open to love. Remember that not all love causes pain. Be open to the possibility of love in the future, but take time to fully heal before building a new relationship. Interesting. That's a nice image, isn't it? Of this is you, Sruthi. So maybe somewhere where you're at now, if that resonates, that you feel like you've lost some hope, and maybe if it's not possible for love, or that love might cause pain, then this is to stay open to love. Keep your heart open, not to give in to those feelings. And if it's something that you want, if you do want it, then it is still possible. I like that image. I hope you do too. Hope that resonated. Okay. Samreen, my love, if you are here. I'm glad that resonated, Sruthi. Yes, I really like that card. I'm glad you like these, and they are very cute. So Samreen, just give me hey, Samreen's here. Let's have a look at this bond. So we've kind of left the issue that happened. We've just kind of not going to talk about it and just move on, yeah? Thank you, Shruti, and to you. We must catch up, everyone, when we catch up on Monday, and we can share our Valentine's Day stories. Okay, Samreen, this is about your connection, your bond. Ooh, King of Pentacles. So, I mean, their energy feels good now. Like, King of Pentacles is very grounded. It's about commitment. It's about consistency. So, I know you're probably still a bit shaken, I imagine, by what's happened. I don't know. Just share again. Maybe if you maybe you've been able to just move past it. But they feel back into this, you know, after this bump in the road, whatever that was about, whatever that, you know, that was a tricky situation, but where they land now energetically is in their King of Pentacles energy, which is grounded, committed, consistent, making this work, look into the future, go in the distance. It's a king as well, so it's mature. It's like how they stand now is something that you can lean on, yeah? He went, oh, so he did go on a date with some influencer, found out through her story. Oh dear. Let's have a look at that then. Because right now, I don't know if that, obviously, where that leaves you, but that looks to have passed for them, and that their focus is now back on you. But you know, let's have a look at this third party situation then. Do we feel back on track now? Because that's what this card would suggest, yeah? Three of Wands, I mean, it is about the future. It's about planning for the future. The Three of Wands is passionate, is their heart's desires are in alignment with this. But obviously trust has been broken. Maybe this is your energy here. Three of Swords. There is threes here. So we talk of third party. The ball really lies in your court, Samreen, and no one can tell you what to do in this situation. Trust has been broken, you know, without doubt, that because he's done this. But from both these cards, from what I see, is that, you know, not trust has been broken. So where does that leave you? That's a separate question. But with regards to where they stand, that their focus, I think, is back to you, back to this relationship. Obviously that energy can change, because if trust has been broken, then they can drift away from that again if they have in the past, or maybe that's something that they went on this date. It made them, what it did in a way was bring their focus back to you more than away from you, yeah? Because this King of Pentacles is just, really, it would say someone who is loyal, someone who is committed. It hasn't got this flighty energy or someone that would betray you. But, you know, once the damage is done, the damage is done. So that really lies with you about, and maybe only time will tell, to see if this is something that you can move on from. Well, from what I would say from this energy, you say, is the third party situation serious or is it over? His focus is back with you. So I would say that it didn't hold her attention. It hasn't gone anywhere. But, you know, the fact that they've done this is obviously tricky. Okay, I'll pull one oracle card, and then we'll move on. Oh, be open. So may you always have an open heart and an open mind, ready to accept love when it comes your way. So Spirit is maybe this is because you still want this. You still want this connection. So I think what this card is saying is, if we are going to give this person a second chance, which in essence is what's happening here, then we need to be able to move on from and let that go, I suppose, in the past. Because it will drive you crazy if you allow it to hang over your head, yeah? So if you're going to stay with this person, then we need to be open to love and go back in with an open heart, yeah? And like I say, they seem back on the same page with you for now. Okay, moving on, Tamreen. Keep us posted. You better make it a good Valentine's Day is all that I can say, yeah? So is Goddess here? Goddess, Goddess, Goddess. Yes, exactly, Samreen. Trying to let the past be the past. Sometimes, you know, it's not possible. And that will become apparent, yeah? One second, I'm just gonna... Hi, Anita. Yes, I've got your question. So through submitting a question, please be aware it doesn't mean a guaranteed reading. I read for who I'm drawn to. But if you've submitted your question via the form, then I have your question, okay? Okay, so Goddess maybe not here. Nat, my love, give me a shout if you're here. I did see Nat in the chat. Sorry about this camera issue today. I hope it's not too distracting. It's just keeps drifting. And I'm having difficulty tightening this up. Gonna have one more go. I saw Nat, I did see Nat in the chat, Geeta, so I'm just gonna hang on. Maybe not. Maybe no, Nat. Namira. Hey Namira, thanks. Okay, let's get into it. So Namira asked, hi Seer, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Yes, it is. And I was wondering if Alexander one day would contact me, if he can be more open to opening his heart. I had feelings his energy last week, but only can send love intentions to him because we have telepathic connection to each other. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see where he's at about making contact. He's in hermit mode, so he's still looking within. He's still working on some issues, I would say. The hermit mode is about when we really need or want time alone. And we kind of, for good or for bad, you know, because the hermit does have a shadow side as well, about isolating ourselves. So I'm going to keep going. Yeah. So they've got some internal conflict going on with this Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is when they are flip-flopping internally. And I don't know what has pushed them into this hermit mode. Something that's some kind of period in their life where they may have crossed into that line where they are, you know, isolating themselves, and it's not that positive, really. Yeah, that it can be, there's a time when we need to push ourselves out there, get more out there in the world, take some risks. The Hermit, you know, when I feel like, you know, we've probably all been there in our life where we experience a setback or we get hurt or something negative kind of happens, and we retreat to heal and to look within, which is good. But then there's this point where we have to get back out there. And, you know, lots of messages today about keeping an open heart. And I feel like they are struggling with that, and they are in hermit mode. And internally, there is a lot going on behind the scenes with this Five of Wands. If you look at all this fireworks in a way, but it's complication, it's conflict, it's internal battles. It may have manifested these conflicts with people in their life, you know, thinking family, perhaps. So they need to resolve this first, Namira. I feel like this is what's dominating them energetically. This is what's affecting this connection from progressing, because they've almost become so, well, they're sort of taken over by this inner conflict that they've maybe kind of lost their own voice and they're not sure which way to turn. So they need more clarity. They maybe need more peace in their life before they can become and move forward really and kind of take a bit more risk, which reaching out to you and re-establishing this connection would be a risk, and they feel like, I think they need to be in the right headspace. So this gives us some good insight, I think, behind the scenes on what's going on for them. And basically, I think that they're struggling. That's the overall message. To me, both these cards side by side spell struggle. Let's see what your oracle card is. He's not an easy person anyway, okay? So maybe he overthinks, you know, overcomplicates, has a tendency to isolate. Oh, do not force. Okay. So understand that love is a two-way street. Love should be a mutual and consensual experience. You will not be loved by force. I mean, I feel like you know this, Namira. I feel like it's just reiterating what is going on here. You're not forcing the situation. You've sent that message. It's over to them now. This gives us clarity on where they're at. This also just reestablishes, it just says, you know, when they're ready, they will make contact to you. The timing is off, yeah? So don't limit your, you know, if love and romance is something obviously that you're open to. I always say, you know, like to not put all your eggs in one basket. Pursue other options in the meantime. If Alexander is ready, they will come back. We don't need to close the door. So maybe expanding and looking and exploring other love connections options if possible. Namira says, yeah, exactly. Thank you. I know it has to come from him now. Exactly that. Yagma, are you here? Yagma. Sometimes it can free up the energy as well. If there's, obviously we want a connection with a particular person to work, but if the timing is off, sometimes exploring other options, other connections can take the pressure off that and bring it through quicker as well. It's just something that I've noticed that often happens. Hey Yagma, thanks for letting me know you're here. I'm just going to grab your question. So, Yagmir says, me and Jay went no contact 2 months ago, and he did not interact with me in any kind of way till last weekend. Okay, he viewed my story. May I ask what made him do that after ignoring them all this time? We're still no contact, yeah. Oh. They're thinking about what they want. There is still some uncertainty with this 2 of Wands. So it says there is still an energetic connection here, Yagmir, okay? It is felt both ways. So there's still interest here. Wands is about passion, desires. You know, it can be about being physically attracted to someone often as well. Whenever we see Wands, it's like there's that magnetism there. But it is of all the Wands cards, 2 is more still. It, like I said before when this came through earlier, there is a stillness to this card. It's almost the calm before the storm, or someone is still contemplating, is still thinking, is still undecided in a way about their next move. So I think it's the reason, you know, in answer to your question, why they viewed this is because there's still an interest here. There is still an energetic pull and connection, which may be that you feel as well, Yagmir, okay? That, so believe that and trust that if you feel that energetically. Let's pull one more to see if, you know, can we, what's their likely next move? Will they take this further? Ooh. There is a big change coming. Death is often freaks people out when they see it, but look how beautiful this card is. It's a card of transformation. How the connection was before, it has to reinvent itself. Behind the scenes, there could be a big transformation going on for them. Something is ending, new beginnings are starting. I like to often read the death card is actually a rebirth. So something is happening behind the scenes. There is potential here for this connection, this relationship to be reborn. But they have to come to this in their own time, come to this decision. Once they are in a state of contemplation about what to do and what their next move is. But there is potential for there to be a rebirth. Let's pull your oracle card. It is, isn't it? This is one of the most beautiful death cards that I've seen. It's actually full of life, you know. Death cards can be painful endings, some kind of energetically, maybe for you, maybe for them, maybe for both of you. Something energetically is closing out, is shutting down. Something, you know, much like birth, how that is very painful. To bring something new into the world, to have a rebirth, is quite painful, is a growth, a period of growth and sudden change. Let's see what the oracle cards say about this connection. Oh, lovely. So look, here you both are in your cute anime form. Cherish love. So never take love for granted. Remember that it is a precious gift. Never take your partner and his love for granted. Cherish it. Well, that's a lovely message. I feel like it's just reminding you, we have the 2 here. It's almost like those 2 wands is like the 2 of you there. There is still a connection here. It still has got potential. So stay open. But it has to come from them. Pink death card, very unique, yeah. Sophie, my love, you're next. Yagmir says, you are right, Seer. I'm letting him have his time so that rebirth can be beautiful. Yeah. Nice, Yagmir. I like that. I think both sides had interest in where our connection would go, okay, but something happened and we've gone no contact. Keep us posted, Yagmir, yeah? We'd like to see how things play out. Okay, Sophie, my love. So what are A's feelings towards me? I haven't contacted him in a while and he's returning from work trip in March. Romantic interest. Okay. You're welcome, Yagmir. So let's have a look at A's feelings towards you, Sophie. Sophia, sorry. Ooh, Queen of Wands. So they see you as a Queen of Wands, who is a wonderful way to be seen. The Queen of Wands is really dynamic. Wands is about passion, like I've spoke about before today. Wands is about, there is a physical attraction here. There is passion here. There is a heart's desire. So there is that magnetic pull, which maybe you know, I imagine that you feel and they see you in that light, really. The Queen of Wands is someone who's very dynamic as well. She's a real go-getter. She doesn't hold back on what she wants, on going after what she wants. She's really kind of a natural born leader and doesn't wait for the green light. You know, she decides what's going to happen and when. And so, yeah, they put you in high regard. You know, you're a queen. You've come through as a queen. So that is a great... Tell me more, Spirit. Three of Cups. So this is next actions, intentions. To have fun with this, okay? Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's a very social card. So it literally could be, you know, I don't know if you kind of go out to go for food, have drinks, you know, if you have mutual friends or anything like that. But this is kind of social, like trying to get to know each other just to deepen this connection with kind of no pressure in a way, like almost as a friendship. I feel like this is where if you've had a lot of time apart or you've had minimal contact, then this is where we need to, which makes sense, yeah, we need to reconnect and almost like get to know each other again in a way. But this card is fun. Look at all these flowers. Look at raising a glass together, you know? So I feel like this is what can happen next. This is the next step. Like I say, because of the distance, that's naturally going to be tricky and difficult. So hopefully, like you say, now that he's back, that we can, let's start here. This is a really good place to start. But know and understand and trust that you are viewed in and held in high regard, Sophia, okay? So take that, know that, you know? Let's see what your oracle card says about this connection. Oh, lovely. Trust again. So trusting in this connection, trusting that there is something here, you know, trusting that there is a spark that goes both ways. It says trust in this, trust is the cornerstone of your love. Knowing you can, sorry, it's quite hard to read this, knowing you can count on each other in good times and bad. So building on that, you know, starting here, but also I feel like in a wider spectrum, it's about kind of knowing that you're this Queen of Wands in their eyes. So I really hope this potential, can grow, because it feels like there is something genuine and real here. And maybe just like distance and circumstances has been what's held this back. So I hope that we can move forward, in this connection, because there is so much potential here. I'm glad that resonated, Sophia. Okay, Anshuman, my dear, are you here? I'm not sure if I've seen Anshuman. No, I don't think so. So let's move on. Kamal? Maybe not. Danny baby? Hey, Danny baby. Let's go. So Danny baby asks, I met someone new. How exciting, Danny. I didn't expect that for some reason, but here we are. His name is Nathaniel, a Sag. Interesting. I wish to take things slow. Yeah. He's not bad so far. I'm observing him. Can you tell me his intention? Just want to see if there is anything I should worry about. Sure thing. Let's have a look at your Sag, Nathaniel. I like that name. He makes you laugh, like belly laugh till I cry. Well, that can go a long way, can't it, Danny? If someone can make me laugh, they've already got me sold. Oh, here they are. They're Knight of Wands. So they may want to move. There is a lot of passion here. It's funny because this is like a Valentine's love special, and we have had so many wands, which has actually been nice to see. A lot of passion, a lot of heart's desires. And this Knight of Wands is, here they are, Sagittarius as well, fire. It embodies this kind of Knight of Wands. Sagittarius are quite full on, that fiery energy, coming in fast and furious. So they may want to move things forward fast. You may have to kind of hold them back a little bit and slow them down. Because this is very fun energy, and it is very alive and can be an injection of energy and excitement, and really having a good time and a great time. Now, the only thing, because it is a night, I do have to throw it out there that it can be that they are, sometimes they can't back up what they promise. They can have a tendency to overpromise, or they can sometimes have that in-out energy. So all that you can do, which is already that you've described, is to take it slow. So to see if this can evolve into being something, not just a flash in the pan, but something consistent and something that they can lean into and back up what they promise. Yeah. Because Knight of Wands just jumps in, dives in. Danny says, I didn't expect that either. The Pisces and I came to a conclusion peacefully. Okay. I like Nathaniel too, yeah, and guess that he's always... And guess what? He's always in England. Oh, wow. I'm looking for something serious. Yeah, he's in and out, but it doesn't bother me. I'm whole on my own. Okay. I'm just... Excuse me. Page of Wands. So we're at that contemplation, look into the future. They're starting to plan. They're starting to, all this fire, true Sagittarius. There is a lot of potential here, I would say, Danny baby, okay? It feels good. Or the only question, like I say, is that if it can evolve and develop. They're fully into this. They're into it. They're engaged in it. This is real feelings. They are excited about this and want to jump in. Time will tell about if, sometimes this can fizzle out, be an explosion of fire and fizzle out, or it could develop and evolve. But there is no malice here. There is no... there's like an honesty here, yeah? That you can believe in what they're saying to you and what they feel is real. And the fact that they are thinking about the future is hopeful, actually, is because this is a bit more of a steadier energy. It's still wands, it's still fire, but they are actually thinking about the future. So they're not just totally, in the moment, if that makes sense. Oh, time heals. So this is you, maybe an insight into where you're at. Healing takes time. Allow yourself to heal as you're at your own pace, which I think is about you taking things slow. Spirit's encouraging that. And remember that the intensity of the pain will gradually decrease. So I don't know if you're still in that pain. I feel like maybe you're in a more peaceful place than that, but you have been through a lot. You have been through a lot of ups and downs, and you have landed in a good place, really, when you can be open to connections, but you're not like, that you are whole on your own, just like you say. And I think that you've learned that lesson in taking things slow. But also to acknowledge, not to underestimate, I think, Danny, what you have been through, and probably maybe are still going through, but I know about, you've had many challenges, yeah. So taking things slow is generally always the right way to go, isn't it? In every situation, patience is a superpower. I'm in a very peaceful place, says Danny. Good. He's honest, says Danny. He's quite honest. I appreciate that. Yes, Sagittarius can be quite open. They say it how they, see it, say it. So Kamal, I'm sorry if the list there's a lot of people on the list. So if I call your name and then you're not here, we do just have to move on. So catch us on Monday. We're doing a Chinese New Year Fire Horse special. So Anita, my love, are you here? Hey Anshuman, I'm sorry I called you, but you weren't here, so I had to move on. Catch us on Monday. Anita, my love, there we go. So can you tell me a bit more about this connection? Anita, is it? About Vicky. So context, I know that maybe you're new here, so I'm an energy reader, and in order to connect to your energy, to people in this situation, provide as much context, detail, background, etc. And it just basically means that you will receive a meaningful reading. Thanks for understanding, Kamal. So Anita, if you just want to share some more context detail. Next up we have Jazz. If you were here as well, if you want to be ready, just for after Anita. Okay, so Anita says, we have 7 years relationship. Wow. Now we're in 7 days no contact after the argument. Okay. So let's see what Vicky is feeling. So you've had a long relationship, but you're in 7 days of no contact. Let's see where Vicky's at. Four of Wands. This is a very positive energy, actually. I mean, this to me says Four of Wands is a card of commitment. If we think of the stability of a 4, you know, it's the foundation of a house. It's, you know, the symbol of a square. If you think that's a very stable foundation. It can be like a card of marriage. So it makes me kind of think that, you know, 7 years kind of relationship, 7 years, it's almost like a marriage in a way, yeah, if not officially, but it's how they feel or how they view this connection. Temperance. Look, 2 of Cups you see here, which I feel like represents the connection, the bond. It made me think when I first saw it of the 2 of Cups, which is the card of soulmate connection, okay? He gave me 1 month no contact for some changes. When you reached him, he argued with me, Mum. I'm not sure about what you mean with that. There's a bit of a... But temperance is about patience, is about harmony, restoring. So I do see that this connection in time will come back into balance. These are 2 really actually very positive cards. Stability, harmony. I feel like this connection can get back to a good place. Obviously, it sounds like this is There are obviously some deeper issues there if we kind of keep going on no contact. And I'm not going to say, you know, that doesn't feel like a healthy way to deal with issues. But, you know, I will say what I see in both these cards are undeniably positive, and restorative is the word that I hear and feel about coming back into balance and alignment. Oh, be gracious. So I feel like this is their return, maybe, with coming back to you, coming back into contact. If you know someone adores you, be kind and considerate in your response. Respect his feelings, even if you don't have the same affection. Oh, that's interesting. I think this is more talks about, though, the promise of their return. You know, this is like someone turning up with a bunch of flowers, with wanting a reconnection, and Spirit is just saying to embrace that moment if you still want to continue this connection, if you still want to make it work, then just receive this offering with an open heart and with grace. Okay, I'll leave it there. I hope that resonated. Nice messages. Okay, so Jazz, my love, this is for you. So I don't do timeline questions, Anita. But very hopeful, very positive cards there. So it's just one question per person. Got a lot of people waiting for readings. So Jazz, my love, this is for you. Jazz says, will Anad initiate a meaningful conversation between us in the upcoming months? Right now, he is closed off. So tell me about Anad. Is this someone who we are attracted to? Is it a situationship? Is it a relationship? Just let me know a bit more, Jazz, about that. Will he initiate a meaningful conversation? What are they struggling with? Five of Pentacles. I feel like they're in a kind of negative frame of mind. Five of Pentacles can be when we're in a mental state of lack. Can be about money worries, can be about work, can be about the relationship, all of the above, this connection. So you like him, don't know whether he likes me. Okay. He cares sometimes, but not sure if his feelings for me. So Five of Pentacles, like I say, it's kind of like that. I don't know what's, maybe you know what's going on for them in life, but they're kind of in a negative headspace right now with this Five of Pentacles. They're on the struggle bus, is all that I can say. So it feels like that the timing is off right now. They're not open to, you know, taking a risk or to, till this kind of struggle is over. Now the positive thing is that the five does pass quite quickly. Okay, whenever we see a five, it can feel very intense and kind of catastrophic in that period of time, but it actually blows over quicker than we think. So what comes after this Five of Pentacles, Spirit? Can you tell us? Then we get some more balance. Then, yes, that we can, the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. So you begin to see more about what you're putting in, maybe that you get back. So if we're kind of keeping the conversation going or we're open to it, the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity and balance. And look at this, it literally follows in, order here with the Five of Pentacles, and then which is about lack and kind of imbalance, and loss, even disappointment, something where they feel like they haven't got what they wanted in something. And then Six of Pentacles, sorry, is a real switch up, is that things coming back into play, things becoming easier between you getting back what you were putting in more, that kind of energy. So that's hopeful. Sometimes I see him sad and thinking a lot. Yeah, maybe he's going through a lot, which I don't know about. Yeah, like something going on behind the scenes that's putting them in this disappointment, money worries, some kind of loss. The Five of Pentacles, not even if it's not true, it's about feeling like you haven't got enough. Do not force. Understand that love is a two-way street, which is about this reciprocity, balance. Love should be a mutual and consensual experience. You will not be loved by force. So I think this is really just saying, let it play out. Trust that this will happen. Trust that this is something that's going on that we haven't got the full picture about yet, but then there's a real uptick here. There's a real shift and things improving and getting more positive. So just allow that to unfold. Keep us posted, Jazz. Okay. Tia Bia, my love. So I'm just going to do two more. So I'm going to do Tia Bia. Well, actually, I'll read for Sonali as well, because I know that Sonali missed out last time. Sonali, Harry, and Tibia, Harry, Sonali. So that's who I'll. If you didn't receive a reading today, catch us on Monday. We are having a Chinese New Year special to welcome in the year of the fire horse. But just time wise, so I've only got space for 3 more reads. Thanks, Tia. You're welcome, Jazz. Okay, TBA, my love. Curious to see how Pisces feels. He's been avoiding me. We have dinner plans tomorrow. Wondering the outcome of that. This is my last attempt. So even though you've got dinner plans, he's been avoiding you, Tia. That feels strange. That feels off. What's going on with your Pisces? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. Still moving towards you slowly. Knight of Pentacles, a genuine offer. Maybe it's too slow to you though, for you. You've given this a lot of time. You've given this a lot of energy. The Knight of Pentacles is, is an honest knight, is a true knight, if we actually think of them as a knight, and those qualities of honor and stuff like that. It's like, it's not that the feelings aren't here, which has always been the case with this Pisces, but it is been that there's these insecurities and these, this kind of backwards forwards energy that you've been dealing with a lot. And maybe they are making some progress with these issues, with this connection, but maybe you know, only you can decide if it's taking too long and that there's too much backwards, forwards. But this Knight of Pentacles here he arrives with a genuine offer. It's like almost that he wants it to work despite himself, you know, but he keeps getting in his own way, I feel like. Maybe at this point as well, you know, Knight of Pentacles energy is too slow moving. It can feel stuck, you know, because it's going so slow. Very strange, says Tia. He contacted me midweek and said he would call, but never did. I know he has family issues, but this is weird, yeah. Seven of Pentacles. Assessment, reassessment. This is his energy. He's very stuck in his head here. Seven of Pentacles is like, yes, there is time to be, you know, assess the situation, assess this connection, look back on how far that we've come. Seven of Pentacles in its light side is about going, okay, this didn't work, so, and this did work, so let's do more of what does work. Yeah, we put a lot of, Seven of Pentacles is like that there is a lot of time and effort that this connection has been put into this connection, you know. We've been through something together, yeah. More Pentacles as well, but it can, the shadow side again, the Seven of Pentacles, it can fall into paralysis analysis where we are overthinking. The Knight of Pentacles can be genuine and can have these feelings and want to move forward, but can get so bogged down in that almost like they're not moving. So see how this meal goes. See how much they're able to express of what, you know, they're going to have to come up with something good, you know, to hold your interest at this point, I think. And they're going to have to stop this overthinking, stop this analysis paralysis. Let's see what the oracle cards say to you. Oh, kindness. You see this connection, we look at it time and time again, and this is the shame of it, is that this connection is, you know, there's a real bond here, there's real feelings here. Find love in the kind gestures and thoughtful actions of others, because kindness is often the foundation of lasting love. So, I mean, move forward with kindness, but I feel like you have given them understanding and shown kindness. And look, they look kind of sad, don't they? I was thinking like they look kind of sad. So I feel like it's kind of sad that they, you know, can't get over these issues. The Ace of Wands, though, this is like an offering, another opportunity, another chance to make this work. So I feel like this energy is around this dinner, which, you know, would say that this can be hopeful. I feel like if you can get there, then it will reinvigorate the connection. Ace of Wands is, you know, kind of injecting a bit of fire and movement and change, which is what you need. I feel like if we can't make it to the dinner, then this is a sign there's too much, that we've ground to a halt. Yeah. If we can make it to the dinner, this will reignite this connection. I just wish that they'd be able to get out of their own head, Tia. Okay, I hope that resonated. So, Harry, you are next. Yeah, agreed, says Tia. Exactly. If we can't make it to the dinner, then the analysis paralysis has won. If we can make it to the dinner, there is still hope. Keep us posted. So, Harry asks, will AB, my crush, and I talk soon? So I don't do yes/no questions, Harry, but we can still look at this. I know she wants to talk about why we haven't been talking, but I'm also nervous about what she'll say. So let's have a look at this energy of this connection, okay? So you know she wants to talk about why we haven't been talking. The Magician. I mean, the Magician is about manifesting into reality what you want. And I feel like that it's saying really that you have more influence and power in this situation than maybe what you feel. Okay, maybe you feeling like that she holds all the cards or she holds all the power. And I feel like if she's kind of made it clear that she wants to talk, that she wants to maybe resolve this, that in itself speaks volumes. You know, what do you want is the question as well. Do you want this to work? Get clear about how you want this to play out and that you have more influence and power in this situation, because the Magician is the person in the deck who is very powerful at bringing their vision, so how they want this to play out, how they want this to go into the 3D. The Magician has all the tools, all the skills, access to all of that stuff to make that happen, to make how do you want this to play out? Get clear on that and then begin to take steps towards that. Tell me a bit more about this meeting, this connection, what Harry can expect. But first and foremost, you know, let's get really clear about what we want. And then, yeah, I could make the first move, yeah. And then Justice, 2 major arcanas here, Harry. So there is a lot of potential here. There is a lot of energy between you, okay? This says that there is potent energies in this connection. We have Justice as well, which is about really a positive outcome, a fair outcome, the scales of justice coming back. What I'd say is if you can get to this conversation, I would take control of the situation if you want to work this out, yeah? Initiate a meeting, initiate that conversation, and then it's an opportunity to iron things out, yeah, to right some wrongs. So whatever issues, if you've been experiencing setbacks, misunderstandings, I don't know the history there about yes, do something for Valentine's Day. I mean, I wouldn't just maybe how much do you know, I would do a romantic gesture, you know, maybe more than just a text, you know, flowers, card, something. If you want this to work, you know, Valentine's Day is a great opportunity as well. But yeah, we can get a positive outcome from here. But it sounds like there is a conversation that needs to happen, to right these wrongs, get us back on track. But initially, Spirit, yeah, was opening with you know, come like Harry, you can make this happen. We don't have to wait around. Let's just pull your oracle card about this. Any messages for Harry? Final messages. Ooh, longevity. So your love must stand the test of time, becoming stronger and more passionate every day. I feel like this again is like you just taking control of it and deciding what you want and going after it. And this will help with the longevity. This is only going to do this connection, the world of good, yeah. But it needs to come from you. If you want this, you can make this happen, Harry. Which is exciting, yeah? I hope that resonated. Keep us posted. Okay, Sonali, my love. Here we go, Sonali. This is for you, my dear. What is next in love? Oh. Huh. We've just got the same card. I'll pull another one, but I mean, it did jump out the deck. Again, manifest. This can be, Sonali, about a reminder to dig into your manifestation practice. I don't know if you are working on that, if you have established a daily practice, meditation, journaling, visualization, mood board, whatever resonates for you, but all of the above. The Magician says you are more powerful than what you think, what you feel. You have the ability to bring your vision into the 3D, okay? So it's always, the Magician is the reminder of your power. And sometimes, particularly in love, people give their power away. And there we go. Here is a Page of Cups that are beautiful to see. A love offering coming through to you. Cups is about love, romance, and a Page of Cups is that initial stage of someone. Can we see here a cup being offered, an emotional offer, a genuine one, a gentle one. When it's cups, it can come through and it can be awaken our heart chakra, yeah, tap into our feelings and gently evoke something in us. Someone can, it doesn't come in a sort of fiery, bold way. It comes in, when it's Page of Cups, it comes in gently. It comes in, it's the element of water, you know, it flows towards you. It could be a connection with someone where it started as a friendship and then there's that slow realization that actually that this could be something more. So 2 really beautiful cards there, very positive, very hopeful. And here is a warning card. So your oracle card, avoid obsession. Love should improve life, not complicate it. Okay. Avoid obsessing over one person to the detriment of other aspects of your life. So I don't know if there's one particular person that you are holding out for. Maybe if this hasn't progressed, this came up earlier in the sense of like, let's not put all our eggs in one basket. Let's to be open to, if one situation, if we are waiting and wanting on like one person and that's not happening, it's not to say that that's never going to happen or that we have to close the door on that. But there is the invitation that Spirit would say, always with manifestation or energy, if something isn't working, it doesn't mean that we have to let go of it or that we have to give up on it, but we can refocus our energy and go, okay, so that's there, that's doing its thing. At the minute it's still, there's no movement, so I'm going to refocus and I'm going to try and get movement and change in another area, go towards being open to new possibilities, meeting new people, new love connections. And that's the same with, say, work or money, or, you know, if we're not feeling abundant in money, in what areas of our life do we feel abundant in, and to focus on them. And then that really kind of spreads and grows from that energy. So that's just a message as well from Spirit there for you, Sonali. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the live there, but thank you all for those that joined. If you didn't receive a reading today, please do join us on Monday. Like I mentioned, we do have a Chinese New Year special. So the Chinese New Year, the Fire Horse, is happening on the 17th. So it'll just be the day before, so the Monday 16th, in anticipation of that. But thank you to all so much for joining today's Valentine's special. I hope the messages you received brought you clarity, peace, and some inspiration for the days ahead. And remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. And I'll be back on Monday. So keep an eye out for a schedule. I release the list on Sunday, so you can submit your questions then. But until then, be kind to yourselves, keep centering your energy, and stay open to guidance from Spirit. Thank you so much, Geeta, for moderating, and for everyone who joined us today. But wishing you a happy Valentine's for tomorrow. Love from me. Happy Valentine's from me to you. Wishing you so much love and